Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Behold, we have a photo of Lindon Brathwaite, born November 14, 1968, and he died November 13, 2024. He is out of Ealing Park, Christchurch, and he had bought a second home in St. Philip. Now, as news would have it, he was off the island, and when he returned to the island, he went to look at the second property in St. Philip. While he was in St. Philip with a family member, a male family member, there was some sort of encounter. Someone was at the house, someone was at the St. Philip residence, and something transpired and shots were fired. Obviously, Lindon Brathwaite was carrying, whether it was a legal permitted weapon or not, that's neither here or there, because he has died while they were at the property and the shots were fired. He got shot in the head, and his family member who was with him was shot in the hand. And the shooter, you didn't hear his name, but we kind of think we know who he is, and we think that the Barbados Police Service, they already have him in custody. That's what we are believing, that's what we think. Well, like I said, his wife came back to the island and he was taken off of life support, but he, for all practical purposes, he died right there in St. Philip, but he was kept on life support until it was no longer, the right thing to keep him on life support. Okay, so he is the devoted son of Gerald Brathwaite and the late Myrtle Brathwaite. Lisa Brathwaite, we mentioned her, and we have her photo up a lot. Is his wife, so son-in-law, and then they talk about brother, and they talk about uncle. I don't think he had any children, and that's something that I had heard, that he really doesn't have any children, neither does she. And then he's leaving Downs and Wilson Funeral Home, Eagle Hall, St. Michael, on Wednesday, December 4th, 1:15 p.m. for the Holy Trinity Anglican Church in Ruby, St. Philip. Okay, you're asked to be there at 3, and tributes and everything will commence at 2:30 p.m. Okay, so his final farewell, Lindon's final farewell, will be Wednesday, okay, out of St. Philip, Ruby, St. Philip. Okay, so now we have to wait to hear if the guy who got shot in the hand will be able to identify the person who may or may not be in custody. But at least there's a witness. He died, but there's a witness that was with him and that recovered. He was released soon after he was, seen and treated at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. But yeah, this case has to blow open in many ways, because St. Philip has its reputation. It does have its reputation, and people who live in that particular area, and the house that he bought being, like they say, haunted and everything. It's kind of going to make some interesting news when you start to see unravel in the court of law. I'll keep an eye out for it, but you mark your calendar right now, December 4, and they ask you to meet around 3 p.m. at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church in Ruby, St. Philip, where you're going to say your final goodbye to Lindon Brathwaite. Okay, he was about 56 years old. Okay, this is Sherry Veronica.